Hi friends, it's Sarah, the owner and maker behind Multifarious Nature. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're a new viewer, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, a big welcome back. I'm glad you guys are here for another episode. Full disclosure, I recorded this yesterday and halfway through the video, my microphone cut out, so it was totally silent. And I don't edit my videos. I was just fearful that might happen because I hadn't charged them, and unfortunately my greatest fear happened. So we are recording again. Fresh day. It's a little bit better because it's actually sunnier at the moment because I recorded kind of late yesterday. So I'm recording Friday and I've been recording Thursday evening. So you've got me fresh. Having a good day. I hope you are as well. I hope you guys have a wonderful beverage. If you are anything like our weather here, we are in the high 80s. We're like running on 90 degrees Fahrenheit these days. So little bizarre weather-wise for September in Michigan, but you just never know. Some nice cold water, good stuff. Keep myself hydrated. Yeah, but bear with me. I've just been, I went for a hike to go get our mail, and I'm a little flushed, so I've been drinking a lot of water. But I want to show you those little treasures. I have some treasures to share. Wool adjacent, not yarn. So I hope you guys will stick around for that at the end. If you don't want to hear about that, I totally get it. But anyway, we will start with shop updated things. Most importantly, really exciting. Make sure that you are signed up for the newsletter if you want to know about the new colorways that are coming out. And if you also ever want to get promotions, like once in a while I will do discounts. So if you ever want those, definitely make sure you're a newsletter subscriber. If you go to the website, it should pop up and ask if you want to subscribe. But if it doesn't pop up, make sure you click over to newsletter and you can definitely sign up for it there. If for some reason you have any issues, feel free to hit the contact me section and let me know you want to be added. I'm happy to add you. And especially because there's some new colorways coming out. I've showed you one of them, Cherry Hill, but there's going to be more colorways and it's really exciting, you guys. The first to find out about all the specifics regarding the way the new listings are going to be and everything, it's going to be in the newsletter. So make sure that you do subscribe to that so you can be the first to find out when those go live. It will be for a limited time. I am going to be doing more, can't think of the word at the moment, but where basically I'm going to be able, you can order whichever base you want. There's going to be a list of the bases. That's all the bases that I normally like to carry that are available through the, my words today, through my supplier. There we go. And yeah, you'll be able to pick the amount, the quantities that you want, so you can actually order exactly what you want, because that was something I ran into some issues with. I do very small dyeing, and so I would have small amounts of colorways, and it was really hard for those that wanted like a sweater's quantity. Yes, they could do a custom order, but I did make some colorways that are like one of a kind, and the really hard part was that it's like the one and done, and if someone bought the sweater's quantity and there were only a couple left, then it was kind of like that's it. So there will be a limited amount that I can dye. That's why I'm saying it will be like a chunk of time that I will be taking orders. It's their pre-orders, and then yeah, and then that will close up and I'll get them all dyed up. It will take longer turnaround time than what you're used to. I usually have like a 3 to 5 day turnaround for my shipping and everything, but with these it will be much longer, and all the specifics on that will be of course on the listings, but also in the newsletter. It'll talk all about that, so make sure you're a newsletter subscriber. It's really exciting. I think it's a fun way you guys can get exactly what you're looking for, and a lot of fun new colorways coming out. I'm really excited. I love fall. It's one of my favorite seasons, and it's definitely inspires me a lot with my colorways. So I hope you guys love the colorways, and I hope you will definitely take advantage of getting your hands on some when you can get your custom order put in. So very, very exciting. Okay, so that is coming up here with the shop update end of things. another kind of shop update and things. I will be having a little bit of a de-stash of some items. I have some yarn that I love. I do. But I have to be realistic. I really only have the capacity, right, to like knit so much. And I'm definitely starting to lean more towards the rustic yarns, more of the farm or sheep, what do they call it? Farm yarn? Oh my gosh. It's okay. I need patience with myself. I'm just having a moment. But farm yarn. So a lot of natural colors and things like that. A little more rustic end of things. So I have some bases that I've either worked with, and I had extra skeins that I never used. Things like that, and some real fun little treasures here. So those will be listed in my D-stash. I'm going to create a D-stash on my website. So I will also share information about this coming up here. So definitely make sure that if you want to partake in checking out what I have to D-stash, I may or may not. I think I probably will have a few knitted items in there as well for sale, because I'm not using them, and to me that's a shame. I loved making them, but the colorways some of them are advents. They were advents that I loved knitting, but the colorways just aren't my colors, and I loved knitting it, but I just don't wear it, and I don't want it to not get worn. That's such a shame to me. So yeah, I definitely will be putting a few of those up for sale, so that way if you absolutely love them and you will cherish them and wear them, or give them as a gift if you know someone that would absolutely love it, yeah, those will be coming to the website here too. So lots of exciting new things. I just need to get them uploaded. That's the hardest thing. It will be a miracle for me to get this video uploaded, because I have to use my hotspot because our data ran out. That's the hard part about living out in the country. You have like limited internet. So we will do our best, and I hope you guys will see this on Saturday like the usual upload time, but we will see. I hope so. Anyway, let's get into the finished objects. I do have finished objects. My 2 at a time socks by, let me see, did I write her name down? Patricia Campbell. Patricia Campbell's socks. They're 2 at a time socks, and it's using my Multifarious Nature Advent yarn from last year, 2023. This is the vintage Christmas colorway. It's the last sock set, and you can see where I had like kind of a weird jog here. I kind of have to tighten that a little bit, but yeah, I did the contrast color, and this, so the pattern's a basic kind of vanilla sock with an afterthought heel. I love it. It is kind of become my go-to sock knitting because it's so relaxing. But yes, this is the vintage Christmas colorway. Beautiful speckles, lots of fun colors. It just reminds me of a vintage Christmas tree. If you check out the listing, you can see the last photo. There's a beautiful shot of a woman in a gown decorating a Christmas tree, and yeah, I feel like I really nailed it on the head with that design, or this colorway. But I just love this beautiful peachy pink. It's so beautiful, and that's the contrast color. And I did this little striping at the top just to make them extra cute and fun. I cannot wait to wear these with my roller skates. I love wearing my hand knit socks with my roller skates. They're so cozy, comfy, and they are so much fun to roller skate in. They breathe nicely, they buffer, they're just really, really comfortable to wear. So super, super fun. So I highly, highly recommend that pattern if you're still debating on a 2 at a time sock. Definitely check it out. It's fingering weight. It's amazing. So love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right. Yes. I don't know if you can see all these colors, but I mean, there's reds. It's so pretty. There's the dark navy, some teal in here. There's so many. It's a little flecks of yellow. Ah, I love it. It is very nostalgic to me. All right. So with that in mind, since I cast those off, I cast out a new pair of socks. And this is my Seams by Sarah little project bag that I purchased. It's not specifically for a project bag. It's linen. It's just stunning. and it's very fall feeling to me. I feel like this is a good fall and spring colored bag. Oops. Definitely fall though. Vintage patterning. It's really beautiful. Okay, so I have my main colorway for the socks that I'm going to be doing is a pygora goat. Look at that halo. Oh my gosh. This was some farm yarn that I purchased from a farm booth at Michigan Fiber Festival last year, 2023. So I'm finally casting them on. I wanted to do it last winter and that never happened. So I am preparing to make a pair of socks that I can wear this winter. That's the goal. Okay. So now that I'm getting so much faster, I am doing 2 at a time socks again because I love it. It's so great. So I'm using my handspun. This is a 3-ply Gotland lamb fleece. You can see it here. Super round and bouncy. I spun it super thin. I love that about Gotland. It's really easy to spin it super, super fine. So you can get a nice, this is definitely like a sport weight, I'd say. It's like sport weight DK. So we're knitting that up. I'm knitting it on a very small size. I think I did size 2. Yeah. Nope. Size 1. Did I mean to do a size 1? Did I lose my mind and do a size 1? I think I lost my mind and did a size 1. Hilarious. I think I actually wanted to be knitting that on a size 2 gauge. Let me look at my note card. Hilarious. Okay, so hilarious. I made this recipe following the vanilla DK socks using a DK weight yarn sock recipe, and it helps you figure out the numbers, and it's by Modern Daily Knitting Kate Atherley. And I have to laugh because I know it's a size 2 and yet I knit with a size 1. That's okay because I did make a mistake. So I'm just gonna undo it. We'll start fresh. Totally fine. I love knitting socks, as you can see, so I don't mind having to undo that. That's totally okay. So we will just start fresh on that. So pretend I never showed you guys this. No, just kidding. But seriously. Yeah, I actually like the look of this, but it needs to be a size 2. It really does. Alright, because I did a gauge swatch. It needs to be size 2. Anyway. That is so bizarre. So yes, because I went on the road and we were, that's why I made the mistake. We were on the road. That's why you gotta watch your road trip knitting. I cast on in the car. That was my big mistake. I should have done that in advance. So I didn't pay attention and I used the wrong needle size. Whoops-a-daisy. But we went up, not up, we went across state. We went to the Detroit area because my husband was looking into some things, some projects, things that he likes to do, and I actually found some more wool to work with because, you know, yeah. But the wool that I found, some of it will be really good to try my hand at making a vegan fleece rug. So it's a no-kill rug. So basically it is felted on the back. So I'm really excited to try my hand at that. Now that I have a lot of wonderful wool to work with, I can try my hand at that. So that'll be a fun little experiment here at the end of our, well, the beginning of fall, because fall is literally a week away, according to the calendar. Okay, so we'll get into the works in progress of my Stria cardigan. This is the one I worked on the most this week. This has been my little trusty companion. I pretty much worked on this in the mornings. I worked on this in my lunch break. I was very much a one project knitter this week. I didn't really work on those socks except for last weekend. So yeah, it's starting to expand. So I think I told you last week I made a mistake and I ended up tinking back like all of this. And so I did all of this week. So I've really been focusing on this project. as you can see, I just have this much left of my oops, and then I'm back to where I was. So, not bad. 1 week delay to get myself back where I needed to be. That's not bad. And I quite enjoy half fisherman's rib. If you've not tried it, I highly recommend it. It's really fun. It's quite addicting, actually. I don't know why. I think it's the rhythm. It's not like brioche. It's a style of stitching. It's like a tuck stitch. It just creates this beautiful stretchy fabric if you're not familiar with it. And at first glance, I mean, it does look a lot like brioche. So it's very similar. And this, oh yeah, Stria Cardigan, I should tell you, by Andrea Mowry. I don't know if I mentioned by Andrea Mowry. It's beautiful. She also has the birch pullover, which is super fun knit. I made that. I love that sweater. It has like the best length sleeves, and yeah, it has this really nice raglan shaping on this cardigan here. I'm so enjoying it. I really am. It's so much fun. So, love it, love it, love it. It is in Old Mill Yarn. This is a local-ish to me place to buy yarn, and it is merino, 100% non-superwash merino. It's considered fingering weight, but it's on a cone, so it's pretty compact. I mean, here you go, you can kind of see. It's 2-ply. It's super fluffy, and I'm holding it double so that when I knit with it, I did the birch pullover in this exact same base. It's just a different colorway, and it puffed up so beautifully. So I really am looking forward to that. This is kind of like a light gray cream color. It's an interesting color. I'd say it's cream. It's not white. So it's like a cream. So it's off-white. It's similar to this massive one that's right here. Very similar to that. But it is different. I know, because this one is lighter. I have a lot of wonderful coned wool. That was actually not on a cone, but it is coned, and then I've got some beautiful ones down here as well. So I love it. If you can get your hands on Old Mill Yarn, I highly recommend it. They do have a website, actually, so you can order online, but my favorite time to buy it is actually during Michigan Fiber Festival. They open their warehouse, and you can come and go through it, and it's priced based on weight, so excellent deal. It's a lot of fun, and these cones are massive. Like, I can make multiple sweaters out of these cones, so it is a abundance of wool for a very good price if you're trying to be budget friendly and get some really nice quality wool, especially if you're looking for non-superwash. It's really a lot of fun, and if you happen to be able to make it to Allegan, Michigan in August, it's usually in August, highly recommend it. Okay, so that's it for my works in progress. I'm looking at my notes to make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, that's it for the works in progress. The treasures I wanted to talk about that I got. So I got a couple, and they were a great deal. So there's a lot of websites online that have used books, and I'm a huge, huge fan of used books because, well, books can get expensive. Not that I'm opposed to buying brand new ones if needed, but these are older books. They're not brand new. One of them is relatively new. I think it's a year old. But these are, one's knitting and like very knitting related, and then the other is like knitting adjacent. So we'll start with Arctic Knits. This is a pattern book. I have wanted to get my hands on this since she released it, and actually I meant to buy it brand new, but I missed it. She ran out of her order, and so I was like, well, I'll see if I can find it. It's actually brand new. It's not used, but it was at a discounted price, which was awesome. Yeah, so it was a really good deal, and I actually want to make well, I want to make a few things in this beautiful book. This would make a beautiful coffee table book if you're someone who likes that and you're a knitter as well. I mean, this is just gorgeous. I'll show you some of the pictures. There is so many sweaters in here that I just... Let me see if I can get a close-up of this. Okay, so this one is called the Alpine Paca sweater. And look at this, it's so cute with these little alpacas here. And I love the hat. Oh my gosh, the hat. That would make such a cute gift to give to someone. So there's that. And a lot of these patterns call for more rustic, like thicker wool. So this would actually probably be pretty good for some handspun as well, or other fun rustic ones. But this is one that I really, really want to do. The Arctica jumper. This is the one that's on the front. This is a serious color work sweater, but just look at these pictures, you guys. It's so beautiful. The background shots, it's just stunning. But, so this sweater is 4 colors, and I actually have a bunch of Lopi that I got from a thrift store as a gift. And I think I could definitely use it to make this. So I'm really excited because I think actually, not that you have to use the yarn that is called for, but I think it calls for, yeah, Let Lopi. Calls for Let Lopi. So that's awesome. I happen to have that wool. Yeah, I might have enough to make this jumper, which is just beautiful. And there's just so many. There's mitten patterns, there's sock patterns. This Dorset sock, look at that. Lovely. So, I haven't done any of them. This is the Petite Knitter is actually the one who did this. I've never done any of her patterns. I've heard wonderful things. So, excited. Very excited. So there's that one. And then these two are actually just fun books. I'm pretty sure that I have read a book by her or listened to an audiobook, but I'm kind of drawing a blank. But I've heard great things about her writing also. And I'm pretty sure there's one of them. I know that I have read one of them. But this was called A Stash of One's Own, Knitters on Living with and Letting Go of Yarn. By Clara Parks. So Clara Parks is the writer. This is a used book. But this is the beautiful thing about used books that I think people forget about. Because you can get books that are basically brand new. I mean, look at this. It's in, like, pristine condition. And the price was amazing. Yeah. It was less than half of the cost of buying it brand new. So, great deal. Especially if you're someone who you're just trying to watch your budget. Highly recommend looking for used copies of books. I know there are many companies that do it. So, and then, like these I got from, what's the name of it? Thrift Books. So not sponsored, I bought these, but it's thriftbooks.com is where I got them. So this is a perfect example. So this one was, I think, very good condition, considered very good. This one's considered, I think it was acceptable. So I have never purchased an acceptable book. Usually I get them like good, because I just go for pretty much the cheapest that I can get is what I usually do. And this one I actually went with acceptable because the price was just amazing, and I was like, I'll do it. Okay, because the other copies they have were basically like buying it brand new practically. So it looks a little rough. The cover, it looks a lot better when you guys can see it because the light. I don't know if I can. There you go. You can see some water damage to the cover here. There's a nice big circle. Someone used this to put their cup on, I guess. But this is The Vanishing Fleece and Adventures in American Wool, Clara Parks. And I just love the little, I kind of want to read this little bitty thing to you because I think it's cute. It says, Clara Parks presents a fast-paced account of the year she spent transforming a 676-pound bale of wool into commercial yarn and the people and vanishing industry she discovered along the way. And when I read that, I was like, I feel like my little adventures in wool right now, I really need to read this. So there we go. But here you go. So this cover, like I said, looks a little rough, kind of water damaged, and you're going, good grief, the inside of the book's probably going to look horrific. Well, if you pop off this wonderful dust jacket, you will notice that they actually, you probably can't tell, it's lined. It actually has a coating in it. So the only part that got water damaged was the outside. It couldn't penetrate through because it's coated. And the book looks brand new. Actually, the book looks so new that it barely looks like it was even read. Like, I don't know if someone even ever read this. So, yes, it doesn't have a, pristine cover to it, but who cares? The book's still in great shape, and I can read it, and I'm so excited by that. So there you go. Perfect example. Great deal, and wonderful. So I haven't actually read them. I've read like little bits and bobs of it, like little snippets, and I absolutely love her writing style. So there you go. I'll let you know more when I finish reading them, and hopefully I'll get to them soon. I am an extremely slow reader because knitting and spinning and so many things take priority over reading. If I could read and knit, that would be amazing. I have not acquired that skill yet. Maybe someday. Maybe. Not today, but maybe someday. That will happen. So there you go. Those are the little treasures I found. I thought I'd share with you guys in case you're looking for some fun new reads. I went a while there trying to find reads that were knitting adjacent or associated with knitting, and I had a hard time, and I knew they existed because people talk about them all the time, but I didn't remember the authors. I couldn't remember the titles. And then all of a sudden I went on Thrift Books and I typed in one of them. I think it was Clara Parks. And all of a sudden, all of these recommended books popped up, and I got so excited, and I started adding them to my wish list. And that's the cool part, too. A little plug for Thrift Books. Again, not sponsored. But you do get points when you buy things, and so I don't buy a lot of books through them, but I do buy a few, and as I've mentioned in the past, we are in the process of adoption end of things, and so we purchased quite a few books through them. And so because we purchased quite a few books in a short period of time, I actually did get some points. So I do have a book coming that is free. It's not one of these, but it was a $5 book. So it's one of those things like you can earn up to like a $10 book free or a $5 book. And so I have another like knitting mystery book coming, which I'm excited is the second volume to one I already have, which I'm excited about. And it was free. It was totally free because, I've purchased books from her before, from the website. Goodness. Okay. I think that's about it for this week. And I hope that the volume didn't cut out. Hopefully we're good. Yeah, I fully charged this one, so we should be good. I think that's it. I wonder what you guys are working on, how you're doing. If you're starting to knit for the fall, I'd love to hear about it. If you're excited for the fall, I am starting to enjoy more fall-like things. I went to the thrift store today, and I picked up I should have brought it in, but a little pumpkin center, like a little decoration for our table or anywhere in the house, frankly, but it's really beautiful, fall colors, and it's a lot of fun. So just trying to make the house feel more fall-like and start to transition that way. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I look forward to catching up with you soon. Take care.